Gently close your eyes. Do deep breathing. We'll chant Om once together. Synchronize the chanting of Om with your exhalation. Breathe in. Sahana vavatu, sahanau bhunaktu, sahaviryam karavavahai, tejasvinavaditamastu ma vitvishavahay. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Gently open your eyes. Hari Om, and a very good day to all of you. So today we'll see another important principle. And if you follow this, it will reduce the stress factor in your life, and it will also help you to get into deeper meditational experiences. See, what happens is, when you do your meditation, the sadhana, personal sadhana, now you should not neglect your day-to-day problems and then sit and do. That is escapism. That will not work, because if there are issues in life and you are not putting in any effort to solve them, if your approach in life is not okay, suddenly when you sit with eyes closed, all those things only will come and bother you. So that is why these principles are also, there is practice of these principles in your day-to-day living is an essential aspect of sadhana. So please don't think that sadhana means just sitting with eyes closed and saying Om Om, that's it. No, that's a very restricted point of view. So you have to broaden your outlook. So what is this principle? In life, you should know what you can control and what you can't control. And you should invest all your energy on things which you can control. This is a very, very simple formula which I'm giving you. But you try it and see. It works, it will work wonders. You know, there was a great philosopher, Greek philosopher, his name was Epictetus. He was actually born as a slave, and they put him through a lot of torture. They even broke his legs and all kinds of things, you know. And then later on, he became a great philosopher. And one of the things which he focused on, he did a lot of sadhana on this principle, that is focusing or investing all the energies in what you can control. So he thought to himself, okay, for some reason I'm born here, I was born into slavery and they are torturing me. So these things are not within my control. Now what is within my control is the way I react. So he started doing a lot of sadhana and he became a very great philosopher. So this is a powerful principle given by our yogis and siddhas. If you observe your life, you will find that you have developed a habit of always focusing on things which you can't control. For example, what are the things which you can't control? The weather is not under your control. This is just a small example I'm giving. But what do people do? Every time, you know, if it's a place where the climate is cold, every time before winter, people start complaining, oh, winter, it's too cold, it's too cold. Last year when I came to US, everyone was saying, it's very cold, it's very cold. They're constantly in a complaining mode. The most interesting part is, the other part of the world, like for example, if you take Chennai or many parts of India, during summer it's very hot. And now itself, everybody, you know, has started complaining. Oh, it's become hot. It's hot. It's hot. Now, year after year, you're experiencing that. But every time it happens, you're getting agitated. You're complaining. But is that under your control? So then, if it is not under your control, why are you investing your energies into that? Because when you invest in things which are not under your control, what will happen is your energy levels will come down, your mind will get drained. I was talking about mental tiredness a few days back, right? So this is what will happen to you. Other people's behavior, is that under your control? How another person will behave, that is definitely not under your control. But all the time you keep complaining about others. That person is behaving like this person is behaving like this. And you are losing your peace of mind because of others' behavior. You know, I know some people, when they are driving their cars, someone on the other side of the road is flouting the rules. Now this person is driving here And he sees that and he gets so worked up about it. Why is he doing that, Now sitting inside the AC car, instead of enjoying his ride, he is now focusing all his energies on something which is out of his control. Whenever you focus your energies on what is not under your control, what will happen is you will start complaining. Why are you complaining? Because you cannot do anything about it. Whereas when you invest your energies in things which you can control, then you will not complain. Rather, you will find solutions in life. We tend to fall in love with our own problems. When someone offers a solution, the mind is unable to accept it. You would prefer to keep complaining, grumbling, without realizing that that is eating up your peace of mind. So you work yourself backwards. If you're complaining about something, now find out in that particular area, where is your focus? On things which you can control or on things which you cannot control? If you take the Bhagavad-Gita, you will find Lord Krishna talking to Arjuna. Now, Arjuna was a great warrior. He was the number one archer of his times. And there was a world war happening, and he had prepared himself for the war. He was on the righteous side. For 13 long years they had prepared, and then the war was about to start. At that time, he saw his own cousins who were all unrighteous, and many others who were supporting them. They were all arrayed in front of him, and he collapsed. He was unable to handle his emotions. If you read the first chapter, it's very, very interesting. He says, my palms are shivering, my mind is reeling, my bow is falling from my hands. I'm extremely stressed, My hairs are standing on their ends, means I'm having horripilations. These are all symptoms of stress which he exhibits. And then he surrenders to Krishna, who is his dear friend, and Krishna gives out the Gita, the ancient wisdom, how to apply it in that situation. Now, the purpose of Krishna's life was to establish righteousness. That is why he was there. And his most important tool, I would say, was Arjuna. Through Arjuna, he wanted to establish righteousness. Because one person Arjuna was enough. He had the capacity to win the war, so powerful he was. And that person had collapsed there. Mentally collapsed, and he sat on the chariot and he told Krishna, Krishna, I cannot fight this battle. He started crying like a small child. He said, leave me. I cannot fight. I don't have the strength to face this challenge. Now imagine this situation. His whole thing was dependent on Arjuna. All his plans were based around Arjuna, and there that person had collapsed. So what was Krishna's reaction to that? Before even he started the main portion of the Gita, what was his reaction? How did he react? He says, Bhagavan Uvacha, the Supreme Lord, he started speaking. He says, with a smile. With a smile, he starts addressing Arjuna. So absolutely no stress. Everything was going wrong around him, but he was able to maintain his composure. How? That formula he gives in the 18th chapter. The Bhagavad-Gita consists of 18 chapters. His basic approach in life, he exhibits that. After, explaining the whole thing to Arjuna, the whole ancient wisdom, the whole ancient science, and in between Arjuna asks a lot of clarifications, questions, that also he answers. So after giving the whole thing, finally, the statement which Krishna makes is amazing. He says, Arjuna, I have said everything to you. I have shown you the path. This is the right path. This is the wrong path. If you take this, this is what will happen. If you take this, wonderful things will happen. Everything I have explained to you. Now, yatha ichchasi tata kuru, which means do whatever you like, whatever you think is right. This is the hallmark of any spiritual master. A true spiritual master will not have any expectations from anyone. His intentions will be good, but he always respects the freedom of the other person to choose. So here, Krishna is very, very clear. Giving advice to Arjuna is in his hands. That is well within his control. But whether Arjuna will accept the advice, whether he will absorb it, whether he will take the decision to fight or not, that is not in his hands. So he says, I have done my part. Now yatha ichchasi tata kuru. Do whatever you decide. It's a very, very powerful message he's giving. If you can absorb this message into your life, play your part well in your life. There ends your work, there ends your job. Now what we do is just the opposite. Number one, we don't do what we ought to do. We don't focus our energies on what we can control. Number one, this is one fault. The second fault is we start focusing all our energies on things which are way beyond our control. And we go on complaining. This tendency to complain ruins your peace of mind. So start making a list. Take something which is bothering you today. Let us take the present scenario, the coronavirus, the lockdowns. Now this is what the situation is. Now what are the factors which are not under your control? Is the coronavirus under your control? No. Now the government decision to go for a lockdown, is that under your control? No, unless you're in the government. You're a part of the decision-making process. Otherwise, it's not under your control. So with whatever information they have, they are taking certain decisions with the intention of protecting everyone. Now, you may not personally like it, or you may like it, that's a different matter. But that is not under your control. But yet, if you're going to focus only on those things, oh, coronavirus has come, oh, this lockdown, if you're going to keep on complaining, then all your energy will go away. Instead, focus on those things which you can control. What are the things which are well within your purview, well within your control? In ancient wisdom, they say, your behavior, your thoughts, your emotions, your speech, that is well within your control. Your reactions to situations, that is within your control. But find out how much of energy do you spend, do you invest in yourself? How much of time and energy do you invest? Hardly zero. And the common thing which people tell me is, oh, I don't have time. Time is 24 hours for every day, for everyone. It's not that some people have more time and some people have less time. It is what you make of it. So the first thing that will happen when you focus all your energies on things which you cannot control, you will start complaining and grumbling in life. The second thing, which is even more dangerous, that will happen is, when you focus all your energies on things which you cannot control, a time would come where even things which are well under your control will go out of your control. For the simple reason that you have not applied yourself in that areas, in that area. Again, I am going back to that garden example I gave. If you don't take care of the garden well, the weeds are going to grow. So today, people tell me, sir, my mind is not under my own control. My thoughts are not under my control. My behavior is not under my control. My speech is not under my control. You say so many things and later on you regret, oh, I shouldn't have said that. Why? Because your speech was not under your control. But all these things are actually are meant to be well under your control. But you have not learned this science of self-mastery. That is the ancient wisdom, And you have not applied yourself in that area at all. And therefore, you find that you are not in control of yourself today. The situations start dictating terms to you. If something goes wrong outside, immediately your mind gets disturbed. If something is fine outside, immediately your mind gets elated. You are jumping with excitement. All these things are happening without your control, without any power. So these are the two things which will happen. So you will have to be careful. From this moment onwards, now start focusing your energies, start investing your time and energies on those things which you can control. Make a list of them. And those factors which are drawing you into areas which are way out of your control, now remove those factors from your life. It could be a friend also. See, who is a friend? A true friend is someone who should uplift you. Supposing a friend of yours is coming and offering you drugs. And he is a drug addict and he also wants to make you a drug addict. Now, is he a true friend? You should think. And of course, if you're strong, you are going to influence him. But I'm just saying, on what basis do we pick up friends? On what basis do we pick up material which we want to read? What basis do we see do we read news? There is so many things are there. Out of which, what do we choose? On what kind of movies do we choose? If you really think of that, we don't think about the consequences. Without thinking about the consequences, we just pick up. And all those factors draw you slowly, and they remove the power from your life. Remember, whenever you complain about something, oh, this is not working. Now, the message which you are sending deep into your subconscious mind and the deeper layers of your mind is that I am powerless. Even though you may not verbally say this, you may not say I am powerless, literally, but verbal communication is only 5-10%. Remaining 90% is non-verbal communication, whether it's with others or to your own deeper mind. So every time your energy is focused on something which is beyond your control and you are complaining about it, you are getting worked up about it, the message which you are sending to your deeper mind is that I am powerless. I don't have the ability to handle challenges. My life is not under my control. This is the message which you are sending. And for days together, for weeks together, for years together, when you keep doing this, your slowly the deeper mind gets established in this, and your whole life goes haywire. It's no longer under your control. It's quite sad. Unfortunately, people are not aware. This is how you are creating your own life, actually. See, you are the creator of your destiny. No God is sitting and writing your destiny. It is by your own thoughts, emotions, speech, actions that you're creating your life every second. But the problem is you're not aware that you are creating. And when negative results come, again you react further negative about it and you go on complaining. So it's high time you start reflecting about your own life, about the approach which you have in your life. This period, during the lockdown period, you will have a lot of time for yourself. Now invest it in examining your own life. In Sanskrit, the word is called Swadhyaya. Swadhyaya means Swadhyaya means self-study. Study about oneself. Most people think Swadhyaya means studying books. Bookish knowledge is not spiritual wisdom, is not gaining spiritual wisdom. Just because you read the Bhagavad-Gita, you read all the books on spirituality, that will not necessarily make you spiritual. It's not how much you know, how much of information which you have that matters. It is practically what is the condition of your mind, how are you living these principles. So, Swadhyaya means study of oneself. This is the best time you can utilize it. Spend a portion of your day. I told you to that it will be wonderful if you have a schedule and if you follow it, because otherwise your mind will just go haywire. You have a schedule, sometime you involve yourself in some indoor sport activities, like you can play carom, you can play chess, you can play ludo, dice, trade, something. You find out your own way as a family, some time every day you can spend. Similarly, set aside some time where you examine your own life. What is my approach to life? What are the things which are bothering me today? And in those areas, apply this principle and see. You will be amazed to find, my God, all along I have been focusing on this thing which is not within my control at all. I am constantly complaining about things which I can't do anything about. Instead now, let me turn the tables. If that person is behaving in a particular way, fine, let him behave. But now how do I react to that? You start analyzing and gaining this wisdom. See, analytical powers should be used always in a constructive way to come to correct decisions, to absorb this wisdom. Today, in the name of analysis, people are getting paralyzed. They just go on analyzing without any purpose and they don't get into action at all. That is not good. So it's a powerful principle which I have given you today. Think about it. As I said yesterday, you need to absorb it. See, absorption is what takes time. Food, you can chew the food and eat it. But thereafter, it's not that immediately the food will get digested, and it's not that. There is a long process. First 3 hours, they say it takes for the food to get digested in the stomach and go to the next stage. Then all the nutrition has to be absorbed. And so many processes are there. And this nutrition has to be taken to all the cells through the blood. And all the cells take the nutrition and they go through an internal process of cooking, as it were, using the nutrition to replenish themselves, and then they throw back the waste products back into the blood, and the impure blood takes it to the excretory system and is thrown out. So much of process is there. Eating is a small thing, but the absorption takes time, and day after day when you take nutritious food, slowly the strength of your body will be built. It's the same thing with respect to spirituality also. The information part, the knowledge part, you can get easily from books. You just do internet search, you can get. But the absorption part is the most difficult thing. That is where a guru comes into the picture. He keeps on inspiring you to do your swadhyaya, your sadhana. It is only through sadhana you can convert the knowledge into wisdom. The Shakti, the energy can be awakened within you only through sadhana. So don't be content with, today I've got a beautiful point, I should focus on what I can control. Excellent message Yogishri has given, and that's it. It shouldn't be like that. Every day when you watch this, now don't think after the session is over, the session has ended. No doubt this session may have ended, but remember, your sadhana has just started. Thereafter you will have to work on it. So now we will do meditation. These 10 days, the meditation structure which I am having, I'm just spontaneously structuring it so that you all can receive maximum. I feel your energy and I do that. That effect you would have also felt. And some people have asked the question as to, during the meditation time, why the slide is being put as the meditation is in progress. Please close your eyes. Instead of Yogishri is shown, it will be so nice. So that request has come. Now what does this mean? During meditation time, the moment I say close your eyes, you're supposed to close your eyes. You're not supposed to see what I'm doing. But look at the mind. The mind wants to open the eyes and see what is Yogishri doing. What am I going to do? I'll be in meditation only. So by watching Yogishri meditate, now how can you become a yogi now? By hanging around with a milliner, you cannot become a milliner. You have to do what he has done. So that is why I asked them to put a slide during the meditation session so that you don't get distracted. Okay, so now we'll do meditation. Sit with your spine straight and gently close your eyes. Do deep breathing. Breathing is the greatest gift given by God to you. What is well within your control is to elongate your breathing as much as possible. Extend your breath. Deep inhalation. Complete exhalation. Do it in a very, very relaxed way. Just extend your breath to your capacity. Don't try too hard. Breathe naturally and just extend your breath a little more. deep breathing. With every inhalation, feel the divine healing energy entering you, and with every exhalation, feel the healing Shakti spreading to each and every cell of your body. Each and every cell of my body is filled with that divine healing Shakti. Each and every organ of my body is filled with the divine healing Shakti. All the systems of my body, including my immune system, are filled with the divine healing Shakti, that higher energy. My entire body is illumined with the divine light, the healing energy. My entire body is vibrating at the infinite divine frequency. My entire body is vibrating at the infinite divine frequency. From this moment onwards, I will focus only on things which are within my purview, within my control. I am the creator of my own destiny. I have the power to create my own life. I am Swayam Prakashit, self-illuminating. I am that infinite supreme reality. Offer your gratitude to God Supreme. Offer your gratitude to your Guru and all the holy masters. Slowly come back. Let your consciousness come back slowly. Gently wriggle your fingers, your toes. Open and close your palms a few times. Rub your palms together to create a warmth. Cup both your eyes with your palms. Gently rub your eyes, your cheeks, forehead, top of the head, back of the head, and your neck. And very, very slowly open your eyes. Welcome back. So we had another powerful healing session. Now put all these principles which I am giving you into practice. You will benefit so much. We will not be having the Bhagavad-Gita discourses the coming Sunday and the next Sunday. For 2 more Sundays we cannot have. So instead we'll have satsang online. So what you do is whatever questions which you have, all that do send to us. You can put your questions in the YouTube comments and also send a mail to contact@infinitewings.in. You can either send it through the website or however. Why I'm saying put it in both is so that it doesn't get missed out. And I will answer those questions in the next 2 Sundays. And through that, I will give you many messages also. Okay? So I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.